Hey there, party people. Welcome to your practice at the Movement Clinic. My name's Emily, and today's class is part of our short and sweet class series that gets you moving and on with the rest of your day so that you can hopefully start to get a sense of feeling really good in your skin for the duration of your day, however long that might be. So let's get started. Hop onto your mat or wherever your space is that you move in. Plant your feet. Take a moment, close the eyes or soften the gaze at the very least if that's more comfortable for you. Place your left hand over your heart center and your right hand on your belly. Begin to feel your heart lift up with the left hand and that low belly draw back and in underneath the right. Finding that firm foundation with the feet. Connect with the feeling of those inhales and exhales moving in and out of your body. Maybe that sense of arriving here in this moment, whatever that might be. Maybe it's kids running around you. Maybe it's the sound of people working outside, traffic. Taking it all in as a part of your current experience. And slowly open the eyes as you release your arms down by your sides. Keep the low belly drawing up and in. Inhale, reach up and sink your hips back, chair pose. Weight is in your heels. Lengthen your fingertips out of your hips. Draw the low belly up and in so you feel your pubic bone tilt up towards the belly button. Exhale, weight in the balls of the feet as you fold forward. Keep knees as bent as you need here. Inhale, back up to chair. We're going to find a little gentle flow here and open up the back line of the body. Exhale, fold. Hips can start lifting higher and higher as legs start pressing straightish without force. Inhale, chair pose. Lengthen up, lift heart up, up, up. Exhale, fold. Last one, inhale, lift up. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Lift your gaze, bend your knees, pick up left foot, step it back. Low lunge, soften knee to mat. Inhale, reach up. Right hand releases to right hip, reach up and overhead. Inhale, reach up, low lunge. Exhale, plant both fingertips inside of right foot as you press front leg straight. Keep the ball of the foot down to start, and then flex toes back towards your face. Swivel the toes in and out, right to left. Open up that hip. And walk your hands over to the left as you find your way to gate pose at the back of the mat. Right arm reaches up, back heel or right heel plants. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift up, draw the low belly up and in, reach up and overhead. Left palm faces the top of the mat here. Lift it out of that knee. And low lunge, plant your palms or fingertips on either side of that front foot. And step forward, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose, reach up, bend knees. Exhale, fold. Lift your gaze as you inhale, step right foot back this time. Low lunge, right knee lowers. Inhale, both fingertips up. Left hand to your hip, right arm reaches up and overhead. Right palm faces to the left. So the hand isn't turned out or just forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press front leg straight. Keep the ball of the foot on the ground at first. You might find a nice stretch across the front of that ankle and shin bone. And finally, flex those 5 toes back towards your face. Swivel the toes in and out. Now walk your hands over to the right as you plant left toes, left heel stays down, gate pose, right hand lands, left fingertips reach up to the sky. Draw low belly in as you exhale, come on up to reverse. Left hand plants, right arm reaches up and overhead. Really lengthen that right side body. And transition back to that lunge at the top of the mat. Frame the front foot with your hands. Step forward, fold forward. Feet together, big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Inhale, chair, sweep the arms up. Bring palms to meet at heart center. We're twisting, kids, in our chair. First twist to the left. So right elbow starts to reach outside of that left thigh. Draw the low left belly back. Press right shoulder blade forward. You can land the elbow, or if you want a little added strength challenge for the abs, float the elbow. Inhale back through center. Twist to the right, draw low right belly back, press left shoulder blade forward, either land or float left elbow. Inhale back to chair pose, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift your gaze, bend your knees, left foot steps back. Turn both feet out and toes out, and stand on up. Set yourself up for some skater lunges side to side, eventually ending up in Skandasana, but don't worry about that. Toes are turned out enough so that as we bend knees, knees are tracking over toes. So you might adjust those over time according to how your hips work on a bony structure level and on a tightness level, right? So hands are gonna be nice and free. Bend your right knee as you sweep your hands to the right. Gaze at that knee, make sure it's tracking over middle toes, and then switch. Keeping low belly drawn in, keep heart and shoulders lifted. Try not to sag here. Of course, if you need some assistance, you can plant your hands down, but still stretch heart forward, okay? And to the right, sweeping hands side to side. Starting to explore a little bit more depth in those hips. And next time you're to the left or the back of the mat, turn all 10 toes to face the back of the mat. Plant your palms or fingertips. Step right foot wide to the right side of the mat and toe heel your left toes to the left side of the mat. Feet can sort of be turned out in a little pseudo dancer's turn out as toes turn out, heels slightly in. Again, it depends on your hips. We're gonna find a low malasana squat, or as low as you go with heels on the mat, which may mean that you're here with heart lifted, low belly scooped up so that pubic bone is still lifting up towards the belly button. You might even sink a little bit further down. And we're gonna find the same type of flow that we did in our chair pose. You may choose to keep your palms at heart center, or maybe if you would like a little more challenge today, you can find sort of chair pose upper body even here. Take an inhale, everybody. Exhale, fold forward. Weight will transition from heels-ish into the balls of the feet. Inhale, find your squat, any arm variation. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, fold. This time, lift gaze, pick up right foot, step it back. Higher low lunge. Inhale, reach up. Left hand on hip, right arm reaches up and overhead towards the left to stretch out right side body. Inhale to come on up. Exhale, press front leg straight. I'm gonna land my fingertips on either side of my front foot. Keeping hips moving towards squaring as right outer hip wraps forward and down, left hip draws back and down, an imaginary wall. Start to flex those left toes back towards you, swivel toes in and out. Go ahead and find a low lunge if you're up in high lunge. Gate pose to the original front side of the mat. Cartwheel the arms, land left, right hand, and reach left fingertips to sky. And come on up, draw low belly in, exhale, reach up and overhead. Come back to the back of the mat, left foot forward. Find your high lunge. So right toes square back behind you, hands can be down, but go ahead and find that high lunge. Plant back heel, turn toes out, skater pose to the right, skater pose to the left. Maybe start playing with getting a little deeper. Chest is lifting, shoulders are staying back. And once you're with the right foot forward, plant your palms or fingertips, step forward, fold forward, top of the mat. Inhale, chair pose, reach up. Exhale, palms to heart center, stand up. Release hands to sides, close your eyes. Left hand over heart center, right hand over low belly. Pause for those few moments. Finding a sense of connection to yourself in this time and space, to your breath in this moment. And slowly open your eyes. Bend your knees gently. Pick up your left foot and cross it over the top of your right thigh in a standing figure 4. So the only thing that's changing about this shape is the fact that left ankle is crossed over the top of right thigh. As we sink our hips into a chair pose, you can put hands on hips if that helps. You can reach arms up and overhead. Reach arms up as you inhale, stand up, left knee to chest. We transition to a high or low lunge from here. Exhale, step left foot back, high lunge. Release right hand to hip, reach up and overhead, inhale. Working to square hips even here, left hip wraps forward, right hip moves back. With your next inhale, reach up. Exhale, press front leg straight, plant fingertips, fold over front leg, still stretching and lifting heart forward. Flex the toes, come up onto that heel, swivel toes in and out. Good, now everybody, high lunge. We're going to transition to skater to the left, back of the mat. So our arms can cartwheel up as we pivot and spin on the ball of the back foot, plant the heel, and start to sink. Now you can keep this nice and high and lifted and elevated. If you feel that you have the space for it, start to sink left hip to heel, flex right toes up to the sky. Staying nice and elevated here. We pivot to the left, to the back of the mat. Step up, chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand up, reach up, look up. Right knee lifts up to chest. Cross right ankle over top of left thigh. Sit back. We find ourselves in the standing figure 4. Right toes are flexed. Hips are still moving towards square. Inhale, stand up, reach up, right knee to chest. Transition back to higher low lunge from here. Inhale, lengthen up, release left hand to hip. Right arm reaches up and overhead. Always working on finding a squaring of those hips. Inhale, reach up. Press front leg straight. Hips are still moving towards square as you fold over the front leg. Lift the ball of that foot, flex the left toes, swivel toes left and right. Come back to that high lunge to transition Skandasana to the right. Arms cartwheel, or skater, of course, arms cartwheel, plant that heel, again, knees tracking over toes. You can stay elevated or maybe start to sink a little bit towards a deeper Skandasana. By the power of squeezing the heels towards one another, drawing the low belly in, hugging in, we turn to the right. Step forward, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up, reach up, look up. Exhale, palms to heart center. All right, just one more layer to add on, and then we're gonna bring it down. I believe that's enough for shortness and sweetness today. So, inhale, reach up, float left knee up. Standing figure four, cross that ankle over the top of the right thigh, sit back. Front of the body stays integrated, gently lifting pubic bone up towards the belly button, that never changes. Woo, getting a little wobbly here. Inhale, stand up. Now here's the slight change. Release your right hand outside of that left thigh below the knee and sweep the left hand behind you. Little standing twist. Inhale, reach up. Ooh. Slowly shifting the gaze for balance. Exhale, step it back, higher low lunge. As you inhale, lengthen up, right hand to hip, reach up and overhead, exhale. Inhale, lengthen up. Press front leg straight as you exhale, fold over front leg. Flex those toes towards your face on the inhale, swivel in and out, exhale. Inhale to lunge, transitioning to skater to the back of the mat or Skandasana. Choose whatever allows the heart to stay lifted, shoulders to stay up, and finding that integrated power in the legs, opening in the hips, and balance too. Squeeze heels together to pivot to the left, back of the mat. Step forward, chair pose, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, stand up, reach up, look up. Right knee to chest, cross ankle over thigh, sit back, standing figure four. Inhale, press into left heel to stand up. Right knee floats up, hips are still moving towards square here. Left hand releases outside of right thigh. Right arm sweeps back to twist. Inhale, reach up. Nice little standing balance challenge as we shift the gaze. Exhale, step back, high lunge or low. Inhale, lengthen. Left hand to left hip, reach up and overhead. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, press front leg straight, fold. Flex those left toes toward your face, lift up on that heel, swivel on the inhale. Exhale, find lunge. Inhale, transition, Skandasana to the right. And we're gonna stay here and do some skaters or Skandasanas back and forth. So on the inhale, we pull heels together to powerfully come up and shift to the other side. On the exhale. Inhale to initiate transition, come up. Exhale, soften. One more round. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, soften. This time, inhale, come on up. Turn all 10 toes to point forward for a wide-legged forward fold. Hands on hips, tilt that pubic bone up towards your belly button. Keep low ribs hugging in. Weight is in the balls of the feet, thighs and inner thighs especially are pressing back powerfully as we fold forward with a long, lengthened spine and integrated front line of the body. And by integrated, I mean that scooped low belly, the low ribs squeezing into the back line of the body. You can land your palms or fingertips wherever it feels best for you. Maybe grabbing calves or outer ankles or heels. Maybe they're just gently planted in front of your face. But no matter what, shift the weight forward towards the balls of the feet without lifting the heels. Squeeze your kneecaps powerfully into your thigh muscles and press those inner thighs back as you root down into the outer edges of the feet, really digging into the pinky edge side of the feet. Gosh, I really just love these wide-legged forward folds. They feel so good. And it's such a great inversion. Slowly plant your palms or fingertips underneath your shoulders. Walk your hands to the right. Turn all 10 toes to face the right. Plant your palms. Step back to tabletop. Untuck the toes. Child's pose. Sink hips to heels. Knees can be as close or as wide as you would like. Maybe find some gentle wiggles side to side. Shift forward to tabletop, hands and knees. Inhale, cow pose. Lengthen belly button down towards the mat and forward. Stretch the arms, the heart forward through the upper arms. Exhale, cat pose round. Spread shoulder blades wide. Lift your heart into the back of the body. Lift your belly button into the back of the body. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Last round, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. On your inhale, find a neutral spine. Lift right fingertips to sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Right arm releases behind the left, back of the right hand, all the way to the shoulder and the right temple. Land on the mat for a nice, easy twist. Press down into the left hand. Inhale, unwind. Right fingertips reach back to sky. Exhale, release right hand down. As you inhale, left fingertips to sky. Exhale, thread that needle, back of the left hand to the shoulder and that left temple. Land. Press down into that right hand. Inhale, unwind. Left fingertips reach back up to sky. And exhale, left hand down. Sweep your feet out from behind you to sit back and lie down. Plant your feet for bridge pose. Again, scoop that low belly up and in so that pubic bone softens back into the belly button. Root down through the inner edges of the feet. Press those upper arm bones gently into the mat along either side of your body as you roll the tops of the shoulders back and press back to feel the heart lift. With your next inhale, press into the inner feet, press into the upper arm bones, lift those hips up, bridge pose. Keep those knees and thighs gently squeezing in as though an imaginary block or ball is in between those knees. They're not touching, but kind of magnetizing in towards each other as though your knees and your thighs needed to stay inside the car that is the outer line of your hips. Tilt that pubic bone up towards the belly button again. And slowly release. Gently rock knees side to side. Sort of a windshield wiper movement with the legs. And draw knees in towards armpits on either side for happy baby, whatever version works for you. Feet are gently flexed. Lift the feet so that the soles of the feet are pointing up towards the ceiling, ankles stacked over knees, knees more or less in sort of this 90-degree angle and in line with the hips. You can grab the backs of the thighs below the knees and gently pull down as you press thighs into hands. You can gently hold on to ankles if that's what's accessible to you and press in and in again, right? Kind of this tugging, pulling, and resistance motion. Outer edges of the feet. As you draw and scoop the low belly up and in, and find this resistance between your hands and whatever they're holding on to, you might feel that low back yearning for the mat again, maybe even connecting as the tailbone lengthens towards the other end of the mat. Soften jaw, soften shoulders and neck. And slowly release, let the legs go long. Find yourself in a Shavasana. Bring shoulder blades underneath you and down the back. Arms on either side of you, or maybe left hand over heart center, right hand on belly to connect with your soft breath. And maybe a moment to scan the body to see how these short practices might sweeten your experience in your body, maybe help you feel a bit better in your skin. Maybe even noticing whatever shifts occur for you as you go about the rest of your day. I leave you here for as long as your day allows. I bow and honor you with deep admiration and gratitude.